Hey, can this thing hear me? Okay, let me check something. Okay, I don't know if that changed it to be better. Okay, it sounds like it's right now. I'm like doing this on a new laptop pretty much, so it's kind of hard to. Still trying to set everything up. Did the microphone change or something? Huh. That's odd. Okay, That's odd. Well, I think we're ready to go now, so let's, I guess we can get started. Oh yeah, this one I have to hit reset on. There's no sound coming from the TV. I don't know if the stream can pick it up, but my accident. So probably going to. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, that was an immediate fail here. Oh, and we got game over. Alright, let me check something with Elgato real fast. Just okay. Okay, let me check something real fast. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. This might take a little bit to figure out. Actually, let me try something else real fast. This might take a second to load. Okay, I was working fine here. Let's just give this one a go for a little bit here. Okay, this is not a good time to be having issues. Especially since this game has a time limit on it. Oh. Why is the controls not working here? Maybe I unplug my controller here. I think for some reason I can't fire or run for that matter. Let me just try. Let me try down powering real fast, and it could just be the fact that I had a 2600 game in there earlier, so it was like, you know, probably just. Probably just assuming this is a 2600 controller. That's a bit of an interesting bug for the system, then. Man, these take forever to load. I suppose these is emulation, but it's a pretty accurate emulator. Seriously, I can't attack. Loading game. Here we go again. Here we go. Oops, I accidentally shot food. That's a great way to start. Otherwise, it looks like the game's actually running okay. And I shot more food. Let's see if we can find more treasure or something here. And this is not going great. I'm actually probably going to avoid that sword up there. Leave us to increase your power, I believe. That's kind of a easy way to deal with enemy. I got a bomb, so that's good. Anything up there? I'm just going to move on. Okay, this is getting concerning considering how much I'm it's always kind of a good idea to stockpile these bombs. Okay, maybe it's not quite a good idea, but it is. I'm gonna go get that food. I kind of really need to get that food. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Need to get a key. If I recall correctly, the food does your health meter does naturally deplete over time. I think we kind of got rapid fire here. Oh, wait, I already had a key. Jeez, I'm not paying attention at all. Okay, that's okay. We can now get the food at the very least. Oh yeah, we also get the gun. Okay, we're doing okay now, I guess. Now that we kind of got the food. I guess to be fair, they pretty much give you enough to fill up at the start, but I was just testing to see if my controller was functioning. I accidentally hit one of them. Okay, let's just get out of this floor. I suppose this game just kind of goes in a loop to my understanding, but I kind of want to see if I can actually get to the bomb here. Yeah, the enemies kind of like is kind of weird. They just like kind of turn into weaker enemies when you kill them. Same with the spawners. It's kind of a weird gimmick, but I mean, this is pretty much just a Gauntlet clone, all things considered. Okay, we definitely want to see if we can get that food. We at least got the sword. I think this increases my damage. Is that or the gun? I think. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of like if this is a permanent upgrade because it's kind of weird. The game gives you like several, but as far as I'm aware, you only have like one life, and the game pretty much just and it's like only two players only. So I'm not quite sure what the point of that is, but as far as I'm aware, you can't lose it at all in the game. I mean, I guess maybe if you touch the wrong item or something, it would be it would be an issue, but also I think all the there's like no enemies here. All right, let's just get the. Okay, now we're actually full on life, so that's good. There's a bomb up here. Yeah, I think the only thing we're missing is a shield. Shield will make this a little. Wait, I mean this game is. It's kind of a strategy, is just to hold down the button, and you can basically just aim in any direction you want. It's one of those things that you only have one shot on the screen, so it kind of makes it. So it's kind of a good idea to actually. Okay, we definitely want to get that if we can. To what I was saying, like, okay. Okay, want to be careful there. Also, we're currently full right now, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, there's a shield, so we're probably. I don't think any spawners spawn on the lowest difficulty, by the way. I'm like on the medium difficulty. It's probably the best ideal way to play. Advanced mode is pretty tough, though, but it's like, this is kind of an interesting game. It's like, 7800 games are kind of weird because, like, early on, it's like, despite having, like, power similar to that of the NES, it's just like, it just has, like, a lot of arcade-style games. I mean, I guess it's not entirely Atari's fault, it's just they were kind of doing what worked for them before. Okay, I had to use a bomb there. But kind of made it come up lacking against the NES, but now it's just like, but towards the end, you kind of start getting these more interesting games. Uh, this is like pretty much just a Gauntlet clone, but not again. You can't be serious. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this stuff. I mean, I guess that's my fault, but it's like, there we go. At least there's some cheese down here, I think. Probably should not be spamming bombs like that, but it's kind of like. Let me check something real fast. And you know, I think we're still okay on health-wise. I'm just going to move forward. And that's probably going to be my famous last words here. Yeah, we got some food here. Of course, the one item you actually want to destroy. Yeah, this is poison, by the way, so we don't want to touch that. Again, I don't think any of that spawns on the easiest difficulty here. Hey, let's grab the... Okay, now we're good on health again. I don't think I need to get the gun. I already have a gun. It's kind of... It seems kind of like a thing with Atari where there was always... I always feel like there was a certain thing with these 2700 games. Not like... it's like it's a medieval game, but there's a gun in it, so it's kind of like... So it's like, you know, it seems like there's like a lot of like purposeful mismatch with these mixed match with these games. But it seems like a lot of Atari games kind of did that. I guess it's kind of interesting because like this, you know, around the time it's released, you know, this would have been the NES and Master System, and Atari was like the only Western console, so it's kind of like it is kind of like I guess looking sort of like an alternate timeline or something like that, you know, where the video game industry was still controlled by America at the time, you know. I mean, Nintendo and even Sega beat Atari for a good reason because, I mean, the 7800 was just not that impressive compared to those systems, but it was like, okay, we don't have the key here. Okay, I don't think I really need any of that stuff down there. I do find myself just ignoring the food if I'm in a perfectly good spot here. I think he might have hit me there. It's sometimes difficult to tell if it was just, you know, if I actually got hit or if it was just a case of like my my meter naturally depleting. 'Cause, yeah, it does naturally deplete. I can see it does naturally deplete. Okay, so okay, I need to use a bomb there. I guess I didn't have to use a bomb, but it was like one of those. It was a tight corridor. It was a tight corridor. So I didn't want to risk it if it could have been Okay, I probably do need to start getting a little less trigger happy with the bombs. Okay, we'll go back on food again, and there's our exit. I think I got hit again. I guess that's what I get for abusing the bombs. Because yeah, now I'm like kind of reluctant to use them now. I think. Okay, we got. This just, I don't know. In my experience, this always just creates a spawner or something, and this is like indestructible, by the way. So we shouldn't go back there. Right. Hmm. I'm checking something real fast. Okay, that's. Hey. Okay, this like zigzagging is like kind of getting old. Level K. So this is kind of a forest area, which is kind of new. Yeah, I think I'm okay right now. Sometimes it's just not worth the fight. Oh, crap, there's a spawner right there. Just, yeah, do this. Man, the spawner sometimes blends in with the ghost a little bit. Actually, I might need to do something real fast because I need to plug this thing in real fast. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, here we go. That way we won't. That way this laptop won't die on me. Actually, well, let me grab the cheese now. Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah, that's a trap. I don't want to touch that. Level M. Oh, there's another one over there. Let's grab the key. And I saw the player choose health bar there, which just defaults to his normal one, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, oh wait, that's not mine. Okay, yeah, it's just going to. Okay, now we just gotta keep going. Okay, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go here. Levels are kind of a maze, pretty much, and you know. Will this take me someplace else? Oh no, oh my god, I'm like running in circles at this point. Okay, I don't think I can get over there through this path. I'm gonna have to take this path. Oh, yeah, I'm like probably being the biggest idiot right now with navigation. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there's like it's not like an optical illusion, I guess, but it's still kind of like the semi 3D perspective does throw me off a little bit here. Okay, vanquished, yeah. Right, there we go. Okay, we got the forest layout again. Dang. We got a bomb, so that's nice. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. It's kind of nice when I can get the enemies right before they, right before like a lot of them spawn, or even like spawn at all. Okay, I definitely don't need to get that cheese over there, especially since there's a trap, and there's a trap right there that seems pretty unavoidable. Okay, so we're getting kind of close here now to actually seeing the end of this game. Well, too much in the game just loops, but this is definitely starting to get a little interesting. Got some food over here. I might just see if I can get through this fight real fast without. I can like reasonably kill the enemies faster than they can. Okay, so yeah, it was kind of a good thing that I held off on the food there. Okay, this is not the way I should be going here. I think I can get in here. Actually, going to see if I can. I might just take this off. Yeah, there we go. That might be the better way to play, actually. I was using with the thumbstick screwed on, but I might just use the D-pad now. I mean, this comes with like the European controller, which is, I mean, it's not perfect, but it is better than if they just did with the very original controller. It's kind of crazy that that the US we never got the more traditional like NES style controller. Alright. Okay, so far this is Actually, I might prefer this with the analog control on, maybe. I feel like it kind of makes it easier to make sudden movement adjustments. Okay, I was like, yeah, no way I was fighting that, all that. Because that was kind of my fault there, that happened, but... Okay, I want to get that food, though, before moving on. Let me see if I can get it. Was this something else I thought I saw? No, okay. It's a big apple here. Okay, now they're introducing even tougher enemies. That's, not good. Also, I just realized this level's a recolor of another level. You gotta be careful here. Oh, we got an infinite spawner up there. I'm guessing this is where the game gets really difficult. I'm probably going to start burning through lives badly. Oh, Jesus. I tried to avoid that trap, but it looks like it got me in the end. Let's see if we can just run through it real fast. I'll just get out of here. Probably could use all that food back there, but something tells me we'll... The plus side is giving us more food now. Well, bigger food at the very least. You know, we need to get all that food up there. Okay, this is what we need here. So yeah, these... we go. Level S. Okay, is it just me? But I swear levels are just like repeating with different skills. Also, kind of a cool touch of the eyes glow on the thing. That's actually kind of a cool touch. Right. Yeah. Kind of just got to deal with that. And yeah, I swear this is the same. We've seen this level before. Let's just grab a key, get out. Okay. Let's grab another bomb so that way we can. Hang on one sec. And this level's also a repeat, I just realized. I'm starting to get concerningly low on bombs here. Well, not that I had a high count to begin with, but I'm noticing I need to rely on them more. Okay, it's kind of getting annoying with those ladders. It just seems like they just keep spawning like the toughest enemies. Like, just keep spawning tougher enemies down. I'm like, yeah, here's how I can kill you already. I guess. Okay. Rage noises, I suppose. Jesus, like, there's no way to get around this, like, at least not easily. Okay, I do not need to go up there, at the very least. Okay, bread. Okay, let's just try to see if I can make a quick getaway here. Jeez, like, they just, like, spawned in, like, all those, like, spawned in, like, 3 seconds there. I'm gonna have to try to find my way through this. Nope, I can't really. Gonna have to use a bomb there. And these are like the worst levels where it's just zigzagging. Okay. This level. I mean, if there's a spawner, if I can actually take out the spawner. Okay. At least we're doing good again. We're back on full health, and there's a bomb in the spot. Doesn't look like they're not using. Okay, there's okay. Okay, we're getting through this at the very least. Actually, I've noticed the layouts at the very least a little different. Okay. I think sometimes enemies despawn when you're off screen, but that's not always good. Okay. It's kind of just one I had to sort of just take there. There we go, we're out. Okay, we gotta get the other key though. See if I can get in there and get out. Okay, I do need to try to get that food probably. Oh crap. Guys, like every time like something potentially looks up, it always just seems to go wrong just as quickly. Okay. We're on now W. Okay, this looks okay, there we go. I'm like kinda got a quick escape there, I'll just take it and So far, no spawners in this level, which... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, now I'm wrong. Oh, dear. It's like, I can never make a clean escape. Get the key and get out. Like, out of all the enemies you can spawn, you spawn the toughest ones. I swear to slow down. I might need to use another bomb to get out. Unless I can somehow fight this all off. Here we go. So I think the enemies that spawn here just disappeared. So, there we go. Z. So when I say no enemies just spawn on this floor, I guess it's just kind of like a, okay, let's just go down. And now this should loop. Yeah, it's going to loop back to A. Okay, it does loop with more difficult enemies. I wouldn't be surprised if just, with, like, the difficulties are more like starting difficulties, like, now this is just straight up expert mode or something, like advanced mode or whatever. I'm probably just not going to keep playing it. There we go. Game over. Let's just give one more Atari game a shot here. And I think I'll call it a night. I don't know if any sound's going to come through this, but let's see. Okay, this some sounds coming through my TV. Oh, he's trying to head me off. I mean, I'm always really bad at Miss Pac-Man. Not that I was ever good at regular Pac-Man. Also, Miss Pac-Man just... I always have an issue with Miss Pac-Man just never... Well, this is the Game Gear version. It always seems like every time I try to press up direction, Miss Pac-Man just doesn't go there. Okay, that was terrible. I did also not mean to do that. I think this is actually a pretty okay conversion, all things considered. Okay, there we go. Game over. Alright, so I think there I'm just going to kind of call it a night at this point. But anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.